Well, welcome back to Steve Rob Reviews and part 2 of me hooking up a solar panel with a 12-volt battery and putting it into the side of a special box that I'm going to fabricate a bit here. And I want to show you something first. So part 1 will be in the description box below if you want to check that out first. But this is the wiring harness here. And I'll get you to take a look at that right there, if that'll focus in on there. Okay, so this is good for 3 amps. Now my particular trail cam says it needs 2 amps. So this is fine. So you have to find out your own hardware first and look at your own specifications. This is strictly an experiment on my part. I've never done this before. To me it seems logical. I really can't see why not. But you know, a lot of these specific trail cams have a solar panel hookup kit that you can buy. You know, you get the battery, you get the solar panels, just plug and play and that's it. But I'm trying something a little bit different here, and you'll have to use your own caution on what you want to do. But this is the harness here, and I'm going to take you over to the box that I got, and I'll explain a little bit of what I got planned. And it's a lot different than you've ever seen before on YouTube, I imagine. I'm not even too sure if this is going to work. Strictly experimental, but I can adjust it after if I want to make it work if it doesn't work. So let's get to it right now. I'll take you off the tripod and take you a little bit of a tour what I got planned. Well, I'll start off here. Of course, you're going to need lots of hardware, you know, and all your different connectors and that kind of stuff. And the crimping tool. And I always use dielectric grease. So this one here is a permanent one that I've done, and I've added the inline fuse for it. And I fill this is the only one that's been done so far, but I'll actually fill these full of dielectric grease, because you know what's going to happen? Corrosion to get in there for sure. So this is the box I'm planning on using. I've got some lumber beside it. And let's just take a look. Yes, this is it right here. And here's the battery. And here's the trail cam here. And guys, you know, I'm going to mount this sideways. You know, everybody, you see them like this. I really can't see why. It's all digital. There's no moving parts. So I'm going to put it in here like this. And the whole idea of this box is it's going to be out of the weather. It's going to be there all year round. And all I have to do now is I have to cut out here. So let's get to that next, and let's see how I can rig this up. Okay, this is it right here. I don't know if you're going to see them lines, but I've got it all scribed out. And I'm going to use my favorite tool. This is it right here, with a little roto zip bit on the end. I don't know if you guys ever seen any of these before. But yeah, they're terrific for this particular type of job. Doesn't got to be fancy. I'm not fancy. We're going to cut this thing out. We'll see how we do. Let's get to it right now. Okay, let's go. Let's fire this baby up and get her done. Hold on, Art. There we go. Boy, that was pretty wild, wasn't it? Okay, guys, that's a dangerous sucker, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to see if I can fold it back inside. I'm going to add a couple of pieces of wood. I'll bring you back when I got more done. Okay, you guys ready for this? This is it right here, guys. Don't get much better than that. I'm going to get you an overhead shot here. I'm going to put everything in there and show you how it all went together. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, if you take a look on the back here, I put a little spot here where I can feed the cable in for the solar panel. And it's just a matter of using some rivets and some screws. And guys, I spent an hour on this. You know, it's not that hard. And if you're wondering how I bent the plastic, all I did was get a straight edge, clamped it, got my heat gun, heated it up, and it just bent over very easily. You just hold it until it cools down a bit. What I like to do is have a wet rag. So after I bent it to the shape I want, get my wet rag, wipe it down once, that's it, it freezes right in spot. So that's what I pretty well did. And I used my little Dremel tool here with a little sandpaper disc just to buzz around. I mean, it's going out in the bush, right? So, okay, so I'll give you an overhead shot of this. I'll put it all together for you. You guys let me know what you think. Okay, here we go, guys. You got the bird's eye view just as I do. All I did was just take some of this bungee cord stuff that I make for making bungee cords out of. This is just a piece of vinyl material here. I got a rivet in the back here. And that's pretty well it. So for the battery, just put the battery in like this. And you guys can see that hole down there. All that hole way down in here. Yeah, that's the hole that goes for the power from the solar panel. So this is, let me see if I get this right here. Come on now, get over there. Okay, must be this way. Because I got this tight. There we go. There we go. And I hope you can see there that see if I get a better light here for you. Yeah, see the hole down there? Yeah, that's not covered up at all or anything. And the battery's in there nice and snug. Now, what do we do with the trail cam here? Now, if you take a look at the trail cam, you can see how it was built to go around a tree. And here's the spot here where the power cord comes in from the battery directly to the trail cam. So I just made this little bit of a jig in here. You can see it's nothing fancy, it's just a piece of wood with a slot in it. And this just fits right in here, in that slot, and it stays in that slot. So I just take this little piece, and now remember, I'm not taking this in and out every day or anything. So you just take this little piece here. Yeah. And guys, that's all it is right there. Now I gotta adjust it just for the width where it's gonna go. And that's it. Right in, if I can wrestle that thing in there, right there. And that's how it's gonna sit. Now I think that's okay. Now of course I got to put all my wiring in here and everything, and my connector is going to go from here and the wire is going to go in there. So I want to take this out. I just pull this out and the wires will come with it so I can open it up. So what do you guys think? Okay, what do you guys think? This is it right here, guys, and that'll just stay in there like that. And around the back I'll have the cord that goes in for the solar panel. And for the solar panel, you got the alligator clips. Well, I'm not going to use them, and I'm just going to feed the two wires inside and then put the connectors on like I showed in the last part. And guys, I don't know. What do you guys think of this? Because you know what? That's not going up. If you want to know what this is a pretend, I guess, 50 caliber ammo box I bought from Princess Auto. And yeah, this was like 10 bucks on sale. And I think this is just ideal. Now, of course, I am not putting that in a tree, right? This is going to be on the ground, and in part 3 I'm going to actually show the stand that I'm going to have and how the solar panel is going to be incorporated, and it's going to be all mocked up. We're going to finish this baby up, and then all I'm going to do is just bring this up to my camp, and I've got a permanent spot that I want to put it in. And that's pretty well it. You guys let me know, because have you ever seen a trail cam mounted sideways? I haven't seen it. Don't know if it works. Not too sure, but I'm willing to try almost anything, guys. So thanks for joining me here today. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're welcome to subscribe. Stay tuned for part 3. I'm going to start cutting some wood, putting that solar panel on there, and you're going to see how this all went together. Cheers.